The stock market rally has once again become tech-centric, but strategists believe this could change in the second half of the year. Here with more, Yahoo Finance's Josh Schafer. So, the broadening again, another call for broadening?
Another call for broadening. So it is about the middle of June, which means it's time for a lot of strategy teams to come out with their second half of the year outlook, right? So I've attended two of these so far this week. One was with T. Rowe Price and Charles Schwab. Today was JPMorgan Asset Management. And one theme emerged in both of those, and it's a theme we heard a lot in people's 2024 outlooks, which is there's going to be a broadening of the stock market rally. We're not going to be talking about just the Mag 7. And I think notably right now is this is coming at a time where we've really shifted back to that Mag 7 rally. And here's sort of the main base case people are pointing out. This is earnings estimates for the rest of the year. You can see in purple, it's Magnificent 7. In light blue, it's your other 493. The key, Josh, is sort of the end there when we get to 17% and 17% converging, right? So what you're seeing is earnings declining for Mag 7, earnings coming up for the other 493. Now, I asked Gabriela Santos today at the JPMorgan Asset Management Conference, okay, I've seen this graph before. We've talked about this graph before. When does it start getting priced in, and is it priced in? And she said she thinks we're already part of the way there. I mean, you look at utilities, for instance, the rally that we saw, it's up 9% on the year. It's not outperforming the S&P 500, but you're starting to get a bid. And she thinks really what you need now is probably just these earnings to actually come through in the second quarter. Like, yes, we're looking at estimates, and estimates are supposed to grow, and we're supposed to catch up. But in the first quarter, it wasn't fully there. It kind of depends on what sector you look at. Not to mention, tech did better than people even thought. So is that going to start to happen a little bit more in second quarter earnings season? I think is going to be a big topic of conversation over the next month as we lead into it. And one other thing they highlighted that was interesting, because I know you guys had a conversation recently with Michael Kantrowitz about a two-way football player and sort of
Iron Man.
Defense and offense, right? Playing both sides of the ball, like you probably dig, Josh.
Totally, absolutely. Just bring it right back to high school, Josh.
And so Kantrowitz had mentioned utilities, right? And he said utilities can be defensive, but they also have an AI play. JPM today was mentioning healthcare and sort of the hype trade themes that you can get in healthcare right now with GLP-1s. People also think AI is going to help them. And then there's perhaps maybe a defensive aspect to that as well. Sort of two-sided there, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah, another Iron Man, maybe.
Everyone's gonna be an Iron Man football player all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And then people get tired, and then that's not.
Can I get one last question? Because you're in this room with these very smart, important people.
Yes.
Just very quickly, I mean, what was their take on the economy? Is this kind of a soft landing camp crowd still?
Yeah, it was interesting. Their chief global strategist, David Kelly, kept talking about the fact that we're currently in position for a soft landing, which whenever someone sort of keeps hammering that point, it stands out to me given the recent data. He said what we saw from the inflation prints over the last 2 days was really just a more extreme version of the trend we've been seeing. Rent has been coming down, right? But for rent and CPI to come down as much as it did, and for auto insurance to come down as much as it did, is perhaps just a preview for the rest of 24. And they think the economy can overall hold up with inflation coming down. And we're still on that narrow path for the soft landing.
All right, smart group of folks. Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate it.